Mr. Secretary, for your testimony today. And we will now move into the question and answer portion of the hearing. And I will begin the questioning and recognize myself for 5 minutes. One of the things I've asked over the last 4 years is the same question of our witnesses coming before us, Mr. Secretary. Do we need to have more energy or less energy produced in this country?
Unquestionably more energy.
And, as we look at this, we're looking at a widening gap between our projected electricity needs, largely driven by the new data centers you pointed out, and we also have a reshoring of domestic manufacturing, the amount of reliable energy entering the system to meet that demand. As you know, record levels of baseload generation are prematurely retiring. How is the department viewing this existential threat, and what do you see as the potential consequences for not meeting the moment?
Yeah, if we were to look at recent data, growth in electricity production and energy more broadly in China has been rapid. And in the United States, particularly in the electricity sector, we saw almost no growth in American electricity production during the 4 years of the last administration. Yet with almost no growth in production, we saw across the country an average 25% increase in electricity prices. This is clearly a pathway to losing the AI arms race. If we can't grow our electricity production and keep prices in check, America's in trouble. Our administration is entirely focused on unleashing private capital, getting the government out of the way to grow and expand our supply of reliable, firm electricity. That's what AI needs, 24/7, 365 electricity. But of course, that's what the American electricity grid needs as well. No one wants the lights to go out or electricity production to decline when your kid's on a ventilator or when your factory is running. We need reliable, affordable, secure electricity. We are meeting with commercial providers across the spectrum about how to build and enable the expansion of American electricity generation. That's priority number one. We need to grow the supply of electricity even faster than the demand. That's the only way to meet the demands of AI and reshoring manufacturing, and to stop the highly destructive and politically polarizing rises in electricity prices. There's a lot of momentum behind this, increasing the cost of electricity, restricting the ability to develop or even operate in the existing plants. So it's a big challenge. As Ranking Member Castor mentioned, yeah, electricity prices have been rising fast under the last administration, and stopping that on a dime is a tricky challenge, but it's a challenge we can and must meet.
Well, thank you. Your department is undergoing a reorganization effort to align with priorities of the administration and most effectively accomplish your goals of energy dominance, technological superiority, and fueling economic prosperity. Would you give us an update as to where things stand with the reorganization efforts and the number of staff that have departed the agency?
Yeah, look, the Department of Energy is full of a bunch of tremendous, hardworking, committed men and women trying to better the direction for our country. But again, like with electricity prices, headcount at the department grew over 20% during the last administration, with only increasing costs of energy and no increase in the supply of electricity. Clearly, that's a trajectory we don't want to go on. So like with any business or any organization where you care about performance, we've got to critically look at what we do, how we do it, how we can be more efficient, and how we can concentrate limited resources on what matters the most. We have followed a careful, thoughtful way to look at how we're going to reorganize the department and to bring the headcount more aligned with an appropriate budget for the times we're in. We have done this almost entirely through voluntary measures. So a lot of engagement with people, and we've had voluntary offers to give generous financial treatment for people that maybe that are choosing to move on to a different chapter in their career. These are hard and tough, and this is still ongoing. There's significant time frame people have to choose whether this is the pathway they want to go or not. The people will be moving from some offices to other offices to make sure we're appropriately staffed in every office. But I'm proud of the hard work of the team, some of the people working behind me, and many, many more back at the department. In the next few weeks, we will probably get more clarity on exactly where the reorganization is going to end. But I think it's been a great effort to align the people and the staffing with the mission we have at hand, and to align our expenditures with the output of the department.
My time has expired, and I'll submit my other questions in writing to you. But at this time,